We've all been there before, haven't we? Knocked to our knees, wondering how we can continue on. And while the things that knock us may change throughout the years, the feeling of defeat while on the ground remains the same. Heartbreak at 13 and heartbreak at 30, they may take different forms, but both leave a lasting mark. Both will make you do a double take on your life's path and leave you wondering if you've been walking in circles instead of forward.
Have you ever lied to yourself? Yeah, that's probably a definite yes, especially if you're a woman. We've all lied to ourselves. Telling ourselves we're fine, even though something is horribly wrong, and we're not fine at all. Sometimes you might wake up and not feel like yourself anymore, and you don't even know who you are, really. That's pretty common in today's chaotic world. That all stops today. Hello, and welcome to my first ever book review. How Are You, Really? By Jenna Kutcher. Go get your book, get quiet, and listen. The answers are there, as Jenna so beautifully points out. We are walking around with wild parts of ourselves left unspoken. The answers to our deep questions somehow find their way into our lives. Who is Jenna Kutcher, and why am I reviewing her book? Stick around and find out. Jenna is a born and raised Minnesota wife, mother, and entrepreneur who aims for two things daily: helping others wake up to life and staying in comfy pants. Go Jenna, I love that. She's the creator and host of the Goal Digger podcast. She's helped thousands redefine success and chase bold dreams through her decade-long work as a leading online educator. And if you want to know how she's really doing, check her out at jennakutcher.com. And in case you missed my New Year's video, which you should go watch right after this one of my goals this year is to read a book a week, and I'm starting with How Are You Really? By Jenna Kutcher. Alright, let's get right into this. I've never done this before, so I'll try to keep my ramblings to a minimum. If my thoughts and ideas help you in any way, great. Mission accomplished. I tried to write down a few of my favorite quotes from the book, but I have so many that I ended up with a notebook right full of them. I promise, I'm not going to read them all. Jenna does a beautiful job of reading it herself. Go grab your copy. Links in the description. I have to be honest. This past week is not my first time reading or listening to her book. Last year, I'm not really sure which month, but sometime in the summer, I came across her book. I myself was in a really low moment of despair and monumental self-doubt. Some of you can probably relate. Anyhow, I think I saw an interview that she did with Russell Brunson, and that's when I first learned of her book. Not gonna lie, immediately following that interview, I snagged my copy. And you know those memories that get burned in your brain? Well, this was one of those times. I can remember the exact spot in the garden. I was kneeling down, weeding raspberries. The sun was blazing overhead, and my earbuds felt too tight in my ears. When Jenna's voice came through my earpiece, and she read the introduction.
Can we talk?
It was like a one-sided therapy session. Flipped around though. She talked, and I listened. It couldn't have come at a better time for me. I listened through the introduction and rolled over through each of the chapters. I was almost like in a trance. So many mind-blowing nuggets of wisdom, said in a way that made so many aha moments for me in my own life. She spoke to my inner core, and as I listened, it was like I was transported into somebody else's life, yet I could see understanding for my own, where she lived, learned, processed, and moved past the stumbling blocks. And now with her book, it's like she's turning around, reaching out her hand and saying, "Here, take hold of my hand. I'll help you understand and shortcut the steps over your stumbling blocks." As Jenna says in the book, in this book, I'm going to gently shake your shoulders and remind you to wake up to your life, to start listening to yourself and trusting yourself more. Get quiet, get specific, and get honest. Your truest answers are already in you. So, how do you harness your power and take control of your life? Great question. Get the book today and find out how Jenna did a great job building step by step to the answer. You know what? It's not magic. And it's actually quite simple when you follow the roadmap of nuggets that she's laid out. She masterfully has put into words what so many of us are struggling with. We just don't know how to express it or how to go about changing it. In her book, there's 19 chapters separated into 3 parts, which are sandwiched between an introduction and an epilogue. At the front of each chapter, she has a quote from someone else that kind of sums up that chapter and goes along with her story and experiences. I'm going to read through her chapter titles and give you just a tiny little glimpse of the treat that you're in for. I love that she has worksheets that you can fill out and that she read the book herself. You may need to buckle up. She gets raw and real with her life, and some parts, it kind of got me emotional, what she's been through. Introduction. Can we talk? Part 1. Who you are, really. Chapter 1. The softer question. How to feel your feelings. Chapter 2. Golden handcuffs. How to ditch the supposed to's. Chapter 3. Halfway to a dream. Going after your goal. Chapter 4. The cozy corner. How to hear yourself. Again. Chapter 5. Mother studying Mandarin. How to have some fun again. Chapter 6. Rumble and quake. How to change your mind. Chapter 7. A battlefield of cuts. How to listen to your body. Chapter 8. Married to Mr. Sixpack. How to speak to yourself. Number 9. Vision fulfilled. How to make, no let, your dreams come true. Part 2. Who you have and who has you. Chapter 10. The cribbage board. How to share a dream. Chapter 11. Tacos and truth. How to create your authentic community. Chapter 12. Pride's utter chokehold. How to ask for help. Chapter 13. Live in the dream. How to be where you are, like right now. Part 3. What you're going to do about it. Chapter 14. What Brooke Shields doesn't know. Why your story matters a lot. Chapter 15. Just one step. Where to start and how. Chapter 16. When a woman knows her value. How to make it happen. Chapter 17. It's complicated. How to invest in yourself and why it matters. Chapter 18. What's your enough point? How to say heck no. Chapter 19. Soul Shavasana. How to be. Epilogue. This just might be it. What to do now? Hey, are you as excited to get your very own copy of her book as I was? Come on, you don't have to wait any longer. Head over to the description and get it. Don't just take my word for how amazing this book is. Go to Amazon and read the reviews. Jenna Kutcher captures your heart and mind through her own personal experiences and resilience. Allow Jenna to show you her relatable approach to helping all women succeed. Empowering, insightful, thought-provoking. How are you, really? Is a beautiful balance of stories, guidance, and grounding that gives you the courage to pave your own way, define your own success, and wake up to the life you were meant to live. I don't know who wrote that one. It didn't have a name. But that beautifully sums up Jenna's book. You know what? If we follow and implement honestly and authentically the guidance that Jenna has given us, the change in our lives will happen so gracefully and honorably that the world that we live in will slowly change into a caring, real, open, and true world of people who can communicate without judging and condemning ourselves or our neighbor. Get your book today, and your life will be changed forever. Don't be a fool. Sit up and take stock of your own life. And if you need or want help, this book can help you. How Are You Really? By Jenna Kutcher.